This time on Freeman, we seem to be attacked by the Chernivkan Front Rebellion. Now, that is something definitely to be a bit concerned about, because obviously in the previous episode we were not really being attacked by them that much, and I assume they've probably changed their tactics just a little bit, because they have started to consider us a threat now, and that makes things a little bit difficult. If we, however, can eliminate these guys and their various troops in this engagement, then I think we will be in a really good position to eliminate them from the game completely, and then we can actually start attacking someone different. And I am not entirely sure still who to go for, because I know a couple of people said to go for the VFA. Well, the VFA or the VFF or whatever they're called, they have two towns, and they both have... Oh, no, there we go. Being shot at. Yes, anyway, they have two towns, and they have about 95 in each one, and that's kind of harsh, you know, that's kind of harsh, so I'm not entirely sure whether we will be able to do that, but, well, we'll take a look. We'll take a look at some of their stats and things like that, because the VFA fighters that we have available to us are extremely good, you know, we've seen them be extremely effective in our armies, and that's definitely something to be a bit worried about, because if they have 95 of those in one particular area, then we are going to be in a really bad position indeed. So it's definitely going to be one of those things that we're going to need to be a bit careful of. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to tell these Sonorans to go over here a little bit more. They are being fired at, but as you can see, the FCA Grenadiers are absolutely murdering the opponent in every single way. I'm actually going to throw a grenade myself. Okay, well, yes, just ignore that. Just ignore that. That did not happen. We did not throw it literally like, what was that, 2 feet? Yeah, we didn't throw that, you know, 2 feet. Oh, that was very embarrassing indeed. Very embarrassing. Let's just move on. Anyway, I'm gonna try and maybe flank these guys a little bit. Actually, you know what? Let's not flank them. There's no need. There's really no need to flank them that much. We can actually just tell our guys just to move a little bit ahead here. I'm just gonna continue to like alternate between going prone and running around and things like that, and maybe we'll try and get into a better position this way. As you can see, there's a couple of people there, but I can't shoot them through the stairs, unfortunately, not yet at least. Wow, a lot of people being killed here though. These guys need to be charging ahead. They might have a problem here, actually. Let me just see if I can... Are they moving? Nope. I think they're stuck. They seem to be a bit stuck. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that, but that's okay. We have most of our people in pretty decent positions, so we shouldn't have to worry about them too much. As you can see, though, I'm going to have to retreat those guys. We'll get Death Valley out instead. Maybe they're going to be able to do something a little bit better here. Let's tell these guys to move a little bit closer, a little bit closer, a little bit closer. I'm basically just wanting to pin the enemy in so much that they basically have no recourse whatsoever. They have to fight us in some way or another, and because we basically outgear them, outskill them, and, well, overpower them in every single way, it's going to be highly unlikely they will be able to do too much to us, which is exactly the plan. That is exactly the plan, because especially, you know, the CFR, we've got to get these guys out of the way as soon as possible, really. If we can eliminate them sooner rather than later, then I will be very pleased with that, because that will then mean that we don't have to worry about our towns being attacked as much, because it feels to me like the Atov Federation hasn't really done that much recently. And that's kind of weird, because you would think that they would attack us quite often, considering they are at war against us. But bear in mind that they are also at war against the other two factions, the Pozna and the FCA, and I'm being shot at here. Hopefully I can heal myself while prone. There we go. My body armor is almost done, by the way, so I should be a bit more careful about where I'm running to here, but I'm taking mostly all kinds of liberties at the moment because of how much armor actually does for you. So it is really good to have some armor. If you don't have armor, you're going to die almost instantly, which is definitely something to be a bit aware of. Get him. Yes, there we go. We got him. Get that guy too. And there are a very small amount of people left. Yeah, and it seems like a couple of enemy squads are actually fleeing from us now. Let's try and take our flag back, if we even need to. And hopefully we're going to get a good amount of cash from this battle as well. I hope we will. And that also brings me to the next point. I'd like to get a lot of experience, if at all possible, so that I can actually start speccing into rifles, and hopefully then be able to get a sniper rifle at some point in the near future. Now, obviously, I'm thinking that maybe it would be a good idea to get a better scope, because as it seems right here, I mean, this is a good scope. Don't get me wrong, this is a good scope. I'm pretty happy with it, but you can, as far as I'm aware, get a even better one. You can get a 6x scope, and I'm not entirely sure where to get one of those from, so I'm going to have to check the weapon marketplaces wherever I go, because as it stands right now, I really have no idea about where to go for that. I know Black Marketplace, obviously it does have some really good stuff, but they don't sell scopes as far as I'm aware. So we'll have to see. Well, I guess we'll just have to see. And there's the last remaining enemy killed. 7,500 experience. That's fantastic. That's exactly what I'm looking for right there. And 56,000 credits. That is really good. Now, I did sell, but unfortunately I've basically bankrupted all of the merchants nearby, so that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Yes, a bit of a problem. And I'm actually going to be taking the camo vests instead of the weapons, because they don't actually sell for as much, so we're going to just take those instead. Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. These guys are going to be joining me. Actually, they're not going to be joining me, but they're going to be joining me in my prisoner's hold, and then I will be selling them to the prison as soon as possible. So let's go and fix a couple of our buildings here. I actually have a lot of wood and everything, so maybe it would be a good idea to maybe build up our little area here. So let's get an iron factory. Maybe we should get some trained infantry. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. And is there anything else that I can do here? No. I mean, really, as you can see, I basically bankrupted every single person here. So I'm going to have to go to a different town. And hopefully the Chernivtsi front is going to think differently about going there. As you can see, I basically put in 7 units into the garrison. And I put 14 into Zalaniv here. And I believe they actually share barracks. Yeah, as you can see, they actually share barracks because or do they? I think they just had a very small amount of people available in those barracks beforehand, because I actually did recruit every single person from Zalaniv's barracks to hopefully put them into the garrison there to, you know, give it a bit more security. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem to make too much. And maybe it does make a bit of a difference. Maybe it did dissuade them from attacking Zalaniv or something like that. But anyway, we're actually at a lumber mill here. Maybe it would be a good idea. Wait a minute, how much space do I have? Oh, I actually need iron more than wood. So maybe that would be an idea. Let's go into Zalaniv and see if I can actually sell something here. 11,000. That's actually pretty good. First off, though, gonna need to auto-equip a couple of things. Don't think these guys are really going to be auto-equipping much, because they generally tend to have the best gear available, really. So we can kind of just leave them with this. They're actually... Ah, look at that. They actually have changed. Ah, it seems like they don't like the shotguns. They seem not to like the shotguns. They like the rifles much more. So I guess I'm actually just going to leave them with that, and we're going to let them choose their own gear, because personally, I don't really want to force them to use something they don't feel comfortable using, because I feel like that would then make them worse at their job, if you know what I mean. So I think we're just going to go with something like that. We're going to sell our... Wow, just look at the vests. They give you 8,500. That is just crazy. Let's sell one of these SKKSs. And is that a... that's a 4X, and that's a red dot. Okay, well, gonna have to be a bit more aware of what I'm actually buying. Spetsnaz helmets, they're obviously very good. Oh, the merchant. Oh, yes, it sells wood here, doesn't it? Oh, yes, that's absolutely fantastic. I'm going to have to sell a whole bunch here. Buy some wood as well. Sell that, and there we go. Okay, so let's buy some wood. It's on a discount as well? How lucky can you get? Very nice. That's a bit too much. I might have bought a bit too much, yes. Let's That's not particularly good. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so I think that's actually fine. How close are we to... Oh, we leveled up. Oh, fantastic. Yes, we can now actually start getting some meaningful progress in terms of how much rifle proficiency we're actually going to have. So I'm actually going to spec into marksmanship here, because I think we have probably... Do we have more than enough at leadership? I think more leadership could be quite beneficial. But as it stands, as we're going for a little bit of a different weapon swap here, I'd like to be able to spec into rifles a little bit more as well, because obviously what I would like to do initially is equip a rifle in the secondary slot here, get a nice scope to put on there as well, and then hopefully we will have enough to be able to use the what is it called again? The SR or something like that? The SR from the black market, because that is such a fantastic weapon. It really does so much damage. And oh, Zinkov is now under attack. I wonder what it's under attack by, though. Looters. Looters. Hey, looters. Okay, I guess I'll kill them. Alright, so it's actually been quite a bit of time since the previous cut, and you can see that I've actually increased my money so significantly, just literally because so many different factions have been attempting to take our newly conquered towns, including Olga. Olga is obviously the one attempting to take it at the moment, and, well, she has CFR guys, so they're not going to be too difficult to deal with, but you never know. Maybe we're going to have some issues. So what we're going to do is we're going to do something a little bit different here this time around. So we're going to just go something like this, and then we are going to do this. So this is going to be... Wait a minute. Yeah, that's not going to work. Okay, so this is obviously a massive hill, so we're just going to put all our guys on the hill here, because literally they are so incredibly effective that I don't think the CFR, even if they have the advantage by shooting at us on the hill, even if they do that, I don't think they're going to do that much. I have also leveled up in the process of defending against all these different factions as well. Mostly I was attacked by looters and also by, who are the guys nearby? Not the desert, mountain bandits. A couple of mountain bandits, not too many, and then but mostly looters, because looter camps are in the area like no one's business, and they're actually bringing a friend like nothing else. They are literally bringing so many units to this one area, and it is just crazy. So yeah, it is kind of harsh, because they are literally having so many people come in, and thankfully that's actually good for us. That's actually really good for me, because it means that the fights are extremely fast. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind about having all these defenses. Personally, I could do with a couple less, because obviously my garrison is actually not even that bad right now. My garrison is actually a lot better than it used to be. I don't know whether you noticed that before we headed in here, but Zaliniv actually has 28 units in the garrison there. I don't think that that's enough really to kind of dissuade anyone from attempting to attack. But the main thing we've got to take away from it is the fact that apparently 28 is just not enough. So I'm going to have to do a little bit more recruiting. And speaking of recruiting, I have actually attempted to do so. I've gone to every single barracks, every single mercenary camp, and have attempted to recruit as many units as I can. And I've put in, obviously as I say, I put in the maximum amount that Zaliniv can currently have, capacity-wise, in the garrison there. Because obviously, you know, there's a limit. I've actually built the increased capacity for Zaliniv now, I believe. And then obviously we have Aba or Aba, however you want to say it, and that town has 14 now, because I have placed obviously another 7-member squad in the garrison there too. And that is not being attacked by basically anything. I think one person, well, not one person, but one squad of looters attempted to attack it, and I obviously repelled them very, very easily. But for the most part, things are looking up quite nicely, because I have been able to take a number of prisoners from those fights as well, and those prisoners sell for a decent amount. Nothing out of this world, but that's exactly the reason why you're seeing quite a bit of cash in my inventory right now. Because here's the thing: even though they are dropping all kinds of crazy vests and things like that, I just can't spare the time. I can't spare any time to actually go over to these other towns to sell my stuff, which is ludicrous. I mean, really, you know, there's just no time for me to do that because my towns will come under attack, and even if I want to, you know, roll the dice, so to speak, and kind of give a little bit of leeway to my garrisons and things like that, even if I want to do that, I kind of don't want to risk it, because in the grand scheme of things, if I lose a town, that's probably going to be pretty bad, you know, it's probably going to be pretty bad, you know, so I'd rather prefer to avoid that from happening if I can. And I'm just going to get down here. Going to actually heal myself before we finish up this particular fight. But yeah, the CFR I think are probably done now because Olga was their strongest army. I believe she definitely was their strongest army. As you can see, another 4,200 XP, 52,000 credits. And I've actually been looting a whole bunch of iron from all these looters and things like that. So I have been able, thankfully, to start getting some additional buildings built. And that's a really big deal because obviously beforehand we were not really able to do that as much because we just didn't have the iron. As you can see, there's a huge amount of things that I will be able to take prisoner here, and these guys are going to sell for an amazing amount of money too. And that is actually enabling me to get bigger garrisons. Now if I can actually show you, there we go. Okay, so let me see, did I actually, yeah, there's the garrison there, so I need another 1 iron to be able to build that. But I obviously need to repair a whole bunch of different things here as well. So yeah, other than that, I have assigned, there's a mortar post and an infantry college. We're building that too. And there's the garrison as it stands. And do we have any more? Yes, there we go. The barracks has actually been refreshed. Fantastic. So let's actually get a whole bunch more here. I have so much money that I can basically just do whatever I like right now. Going to be selling all of these guys, as you can see. Look at that. We now have almost 400,000. What an insane amount of money right there. And yeah, now we're going to add another here, and we're just going to call this Arbor 3 or whatever, and auto group up, auto equip, and so on. And then we'll go over there. And as you can see, they have 14 over there. And we also have Anna here. She's looking after Arbor, but unfortunately it is really bad in terms of faction money. We're not really getting that much money, which is definitely something I'm going to need to do something about. Oh, it seems like she's actually not looking after it. That's a bit weird, because I thought that she was definitely the mayor here. So that's kind of a bit strange, but oh well, never mind. I suppose it's not really a big deal. Anyway, let's put Arbor 3 in there. And do we have any other? No. This is okay, so the maximum garrison for all of these is 30, which is not great. But we do now have the opportunity to take a couple more people here. So I'm actually going to just recruit a whole bunch more. And we're actually going to be taking some of these guys. I need to actually level these guys up. There we go. Take some of these guys out. That's a militia sniper, trained infantry, and a gangster. And we'll just put in the trained infantry there. Actually, let's put another militia sniper in there. I think that's probably going to be a little better for us. And then we will make another squad here as well. Okay, so after this, what we're going to do is we're probably going to try and attack the VFA. Basically, what I was trying to do was just make it so that our towns were perfectly fine, basically. I just want to make sure that they are not going to be attacked too easily. Obviously, it's easier said than done for me to do that, because obviously there's just so many units attempting to attack us right now. So yeah, it's kind of harsh. But hopefully now that that has been dealt with, maybe I need to actually deal with these looter camps. Maybe that would make sense. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go and deal with this looter camp real quick. Alright, so we dealt with that looter camp, no problem at all. As you can see, there are so many looters in this area. Literally, I think, just because they have been just waiting here. You know, they've just been spawning over and over and over again from these looter camps. There's another one over there, which I probably should deal with too, because that's very close by to Zalanev. There is a mountain bandit hideout over there as well, so that's definitely something to worry about. But as you can see, our other little places are doing perfectly fine. They don't seem to be attacked at all, which is kind of weird, but I guess that's just how it is. Poznar doing fine. Atov Federation is doing very well. And the FCA are not doing well at all. They actually only have 2 towns remaining, so they might be the next people we end up attacking after the VFA, because obviously the VFA are right here. I personally wouldn't want to attack them if, you know, I'd really like these guys to be eliminated. Who is this? I don't know who that is. So I'm actually hoping that maybe the Chinivkan front might be eliminated relatively soon, because if they are eliminated, then we don't have to worry at all about our towns coming under attack, maybe except by a band of looters, and obviously they're not going to be a huge threat. So I don't know. I'm gonna just wait a little bit of time and just see what actually happens, because who knows? Maybe we are gonna get some more people attacking these towns. Lipno is. Are you serious right now? That is kind of crazy. Okay. Igor is injured. I'm actually unsure who is attacking Lipno then. Ooh, that is not too good. Okay, so we're gonna have to. I'm gonna tell this guy. Wait, where is he? There we go. I can scroll up here. There we go. Okay, so guard a city. Let's just tell him to go and guard Lipno. It's not going to do anything because he has no troops. So I don't know who is actually attacking Lipno over there. Oh, mountain bandits. Mountain bandits. They are such a pain, are they not? Yes, they certainly are. Okay, well, I think the best thing that I can do right now is just ignore that and try and take it back at a later point if it is necessary. And instead what we're going to do is we're going to try and take this. Now, here's the thing. This is going to be a bit of a preliminary attack here. It is not going to be something that we will be stressing out about too much, because here's the thing. If we try to take this and we can't do it because the VFA fighters are too good, which I think might very well be the case, then I don't think they are going to be too annoyed at us. So they're probably not going to... Oh dear. They actually are kind of annoyed at us. They have minus 71 relation with us now. That is bad. Oh dear. Okay, well, it's fine. It's fine. I think we're okay. I think we can probably defend reasonably well. So let's just get all our people out there, and then we will clear our waypoints. All right. So we're gonna just get a couple of people this way, and we'll get a couple of people this way as well. There we go. Okay. So once again, standard kind of thing. What we're trying to do here, basically, what we're gonna try and do is we will try and circle round a little bit, and what we're going to try and do is, if I can, we will try to take that flag. I would like to be able to take that flag if at all possible, so let's try and see if we can do that. Gonna have to tell these guys to charge. So let's tell them to charge in. These guys will proceed with caution, and I think we are ready. I actually only have 2 medkits. That is probably a mistake. So let me see if I can get a couple more. There we go. And I have 1 grenade. So that is obviously going to help us out quite a bit. Anyway, let's do this. Let's do this. I am actually going to go with the... I'm going to go with this squad over here, I think. I'm actually unsure what I should really go with, but I don't know how good the VFA fighters actually are, so I don't know whether I can really take them on by myself, if need be. So that is obviously going to be a bit of a bone of contention right there. Otherwise, I suppose we'll see. Because we are going up to a very built-up area from a very non-built-up area, so we have literally no cover in many ways. So let's have a look here. Are we being shot at? Yeah, we're being shot at. Not over here, though. We're actually fine over here, so that's good. But we are being shot at from here. A little bit. Trained marksman getting some kills. I actually do need to get some more trained marksmen. I feel like they are going to be a really... Ooh, okay, hello. Yeah. These VFA fighters are going to be... Whoa, okay, hello. They're going to be problematic. Yeah, they're going to be problematic. I don't know whether we're going to be able to do this. I guess we're just going to have to try. We're just going to have to try. I don't know. I mean, we might be able to in terms of a war of attrition, because no one is technically at war against the VFA, so we should have a pretty easy time of things here. Kind of. As you can see, oh, they give so much experience. Oh dear, that's bad. That means that they're really high level. Okay. Whoa, yeah, they are super high level. Okay, this is problematic. Kind of problematic. Okay, so we're not even doing that badly so far. I'm kind of surprised. We've lost only one trained infantry, although they are level 15, which is kind of harsh. Oh, wow. Yes, there you go. That was a pretty significant amount of damage. Okay, we're going to try and engage once again, just because we can. You know, just because we can, we're going to try it again. And I think this time around, we're going to keep most of our forces together. And we're going to go for a bit of a straight-up attack. I'm actually going to leave Arctic out of this, and we're going to get Death Valley in there. So we'll see what we can do. So let me see if I can... Can I not select all of these at the same time anymore? Oh, it seems like I can't do that. Okay, so I'm just going to have to do it this way. Alright, so this time around we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to go on sort of like a... Well, we're just going to go all together, basically. Going all together is going to make everything much, much easier for us, because that means that the enemy has many more targets, and as a result their damage will be spread out, which is exactly what we want. So we're going to do something like this, because tactics in this case, they're not really going to make too much difference, because the enemy is very highly skilled, and they are capable of doing significant damage to us. So we are going to have one of those times where we really just badly quite need to get them dead as soon as possible. That's literally it. We just need to get them killed. And that is all we need to do. So hopefully we can do that. I was originally planning, as I said before, on attempting to take the flags, but as it stands right now, there's only 50 enemies remaining. We eliminated quite a significant amount in the first wave, and I think that's all we really need to do. We just need to continue eliminating enemies, and I think we can do that relatively easily just by spreading out our forces in such a way that I have done. And I think that in general, against the Atoll Federation, we'd probably need to spread out our forces much more, because they have sharpshooters and machine gunners are excellent at suppression, but the VFA fighters, I don't think they are that good at suppression, and generally they can do a lot of damage, as we've seen. They do massive damage to me, at least, but I don't think they're going to really be able to do that much in the same way that federal sharpshooters are able to do. So we're just going to continue to move our forces ahead here, just basically push forward, make our presence known, and so on. These guys are going to have to retreat because they're taking way too long to get anywhere, so let's get these guys instead, move them in, and I think we're going to have a much easier time of things right now, because we're going to move straight on into them and basically make it so that we will take them out. Yeah, I've got to be careful about myself as well, because I really don't want to die again if at all possible, so maybe if I can... Whoa, okay, yeah. So these... Yeah, exactly. These guys are super skilled. They're really, really skilled. And I'm going to throw a grenade. That was actually a pretty good grenade throw. Don't know whether that's going to kill anyone. It did not kill anyone. Are you serious right now? It didn't kill anyone? I'm actually really disappointed by that. I really thought that I'd get maybe 1 or 2 kills, but no such luck. Okay. Well, I can just move my forces a little bit more inward here then. There we go. Just move these guys here. We'll just move towards the flag, I guess. Move towards the flag. And we'll see if we can do something about that. Do I see anyone here, though? I'm being shot, but I have no idea where from. That's the main problem here. They do have some pretty good camouflage, so maybe that's the reason, too. Ah, there we go. There's a couple. They're moving in patrol formation. I don't see anyone nearby. Ah, hello. There's one over there. There we go. That was a lower level one. And we do have a whoa, we have a lot over there, so we can technically do a little bit of attacking over in this direction. We are being shot from this way as well, by the looks of things. I don't really see anyone right now. Maybe I should heal myself? No, I don't think I should heal myself just yet. We still have a pretty decent amount of armor, after all. But if we can just slowly move in here... I mean, we've lost a couple of units from each of our squads, but that's really nothing. That is really nothing to worry about, really. Let's just continue to move in. We're just going to encroach upon this flag right here, because if we can take this, then they basically only have 1 point that they have to defend then. And we can sweep around and basically kill everything in this area. And then, well, then we're going to be much more secure. Then we will be making sure that basically we're not going to be attacked from any direction. And instead, they're basically going to be coming from one place alone if they are wanting to defend that one area. Whoa, that was some damage. That was one of our grenades, I believe. That was an FCA Grenadier right there. And yeah, we're just going to continue moving our forces in right here. And I think the enemy is actually only in that area over here now. So I think we can actually tell our two forces here to go around that way. Tell these guys to go around that way. And these friends to go around that way. There we go. That sounds like a good plan to me. So, yeah, there we go. I think this is it. Yeah, I think... So, the VFA fighters, they're good. They are good, you know. They are definitely someone to be a bit afraid of. But as it stands right here, my forces are just way, way too powerful for them to be able to do too much against us. Obviously, I'm going off by myself here, which is really not a good idea when we are so close to victory. So I'm just going to heal myself. You know, play on the side of caution, at least for the moment. And it seems like the Stoneran squad actually did lose a unit, which I am regretful of, but that's just how it is, you know. Not everyone is going to survive. Who is actually shooting me? I have no idea who it is. I can't see them. They are so incredibly good at hiding. It seems like they're coming over from this area here. So that's kind of amazing. Well, I've used all my medkits now. My body armor is down to 11. I basically will die in one burst of an attack from the opponent. So I should just be very, very careful here now. And I think we're going to just tell everyone to charge. Let's do that. Because there's only 6 enemies remaining. We should have a pretty easy time of things, eliminating the rest. And that will be the first stronghold of the VFA that we have eliminated and indeed captured. Which I am very pleased about, obviously. I mean, I really didn't think that we were going to have such a simple time of things here, because they are good, you know, they are definitely good. They're not as difficult as the ATOL Federation, I don't think, mainly because the sharpshooters are able to kill so incredibly quickly. I feel like if the ATOL Federation only had machine gunners, then I think we'd probably have a pretty decent time of things, but as it stands, yeah, they are pretty harsh. So once we have eliminated the VFA, I hope the Chinivkan Front Rebellion, by the way, is going to get eliminated from the game soon, because the Uman terrorists, they actually did get eliminated pretty quickly, and so I'm not entirely sure what's going on with the Chinivkan Front at the moment, but there it is. Whoa! That is 16,000 experience. I think that's the most. I think that's the most experience that I've ever gained from a single battle. And 66,000 credits along the way there as well. Whoa, what a crazy amount of loot too. Oh my god, wow, that is crazy. Okay, I'm actually going to have to swap a bunch of this wood out of here and maybe some of my ammo as well, because I would very much like to take these police camo vests. They're going to sell for so much money that I basically cannot give up on them, really. I cannot just, you know, I just can't do that. So yeah, we're going to get rid of these flak vests as well, so I can take some of these camo Kevlar helmets too, and some of these med kits, I guess. Wow, that is just insane. So much stuff right there. Wow. Just in loot alone, I would estimate that I probably have about, I don't know, 70,000, maybe 80,000 right here. Maybe even more than that. I think I probably have more than that, actually. So that's kind of crazy. Let's imprison all of those mountain bandits. And I think that is looking pretty good, actually. That is looking pretty good for us. So I'm just going to recruit all of these. And then we're going to go and create some parties. But I'm going to do that off screen because obviously it's easy enough. You know what it's all about. So we're just going to do this and that and so on and so forth. And I think that will be it actually for this episode. So if you'd like to see more, by all means let me know. I mean, come on. Obviously I'm going to do more because I am very much enjoying this, and I can't wait to see what the developers have in store for the future. I really can't, because it is so incredibly fun, and I'd highly recommend checking it out. Lipno is probably going to get taken though, unfortunately. Maybe our garrison will be able to defend. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.